The one like no other, the black and white ball. It's the party of the year. Rockatone, baby.
Well, this is Tasha T representing that known JAIRiE. I want to them spread the love, give the love, share the love. I make them know so the youths them are the future. Yeah, Tasha
so there's up to the time, you know it's called Tel, representing for IRIE Radio. Kick it.
We don't have time just to be by your side. We don't can't sleep at night. Wish you were here by my side. Oh, I can't sleep at night. Being here without you, it just don't seem right. It don't. We don't have time just to be by your side.
The attraction, I make the connection. The way she make me feel with the love and affection runs solely in my mind and the only option. To give 100%, not just a fraction. Love her so much, she my only satisfaction. Me see it clear, this a girl no need no caption. And she pretty like the mother younger person. Buy her a ticket, let me fly to my mansion. I just can't
sleep at night. Wish you were here by my side. Oh, I can't sleep at night. Being here without you, it just don't seem right. It don't. We don't have time just to be by your side.
I can't hide my feelings. You know I love you when I need you, my baby. Well, it's not about her, maybe.
Can't sleep at night. Wish you were here by my side. Oh, I can't sleep at night. Being here without you, it just don't seem right. It don't. We don't have time just to be by your side.
The attraction, I make the connection. The way she make me feel with the love and affection runs solely in my mind and the only option. To give 100%, not just a fraction. Love her so much, she my only satisfaction. Me see it clear, this a girl no need no caption. And she pretty like the mother younger person. Buy her a ticket, let me fly to my mansion. I just can't
sleep at night. Wish you were here by my side. Oh, I can't sleep at night. Being here without you, it just don't seem right. It don't. We don't have time just to be by your side.
I can't hide my feelings. You know I love you when I need you, my baby. Or maybe I wanna spend quality time with. Love comes and goes, but this I love have me tipping on my toes. And I want her to know, me no only wanna take her from out of her clothes.
Can't sleep at night. Wish you were here by my side. Oh, I can't sleep at night. Being here without you, it just don't seem right.
It don't.
We don't have time just to be by your side.
Without my baby, me can't sleep at night. Pretty little dolly from she grow, she no hype. Mother brought her up and she speaks so polite. Heavyweight champion, she know me no light. Like a feather put ring pan her finger. Yeah, she rate me her A1 lover. Hug me tight in my heels where she hotter. Blood a run to my body and me whole body shiver.
Can't sleep at night.
Of course, today we're going to
wish you were here by.
It's all about the Chit Chat Radio Show.
I can't sleep at night.
It's all about the Chit Chat Radio Show.
Without you, it just don't.
Coming to you live from the JAIRiE Radio Studios here in Queens, New York.
To be by your side.
And of course, I'm telling you today we'll be talking to the one and only beautiful Keisha Martin. Lots of things going on today. We have all of 2 hours, and I'm telling you today is girl power. We're not rushing it today.
We love it.
It's all about the music, and we're hoping that today you'll find out and learn something else, something new from our sister Keisha. So Keisha, first of all, I want to say much love to everyone logged on to JAIRieradio.com, everyone on Facebook Live, everyone in Jamaica, West Indies, everyone on Mixcloud, Twitch TV, everyone watching all over the world. Good morning and welcome to another Sunday morning Chit Chat Radio Show with the host, Lady Sherry S. And like I said before, we do have a sister here with us, Lady Keisha Martin. Keisha.
Top of the morning, top of the morning. How are you? It's
I
a
am
beautiful
doing just
Sunday.
great.
Happy Sunday to everybody listening on the outside, wherever you are in the world. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. It is a beautiful Sunday.
It is a beautiful Sunday.
Yes.
And we're happy that you took time out of your schedule to come spend some time with us because, it's all about each one uplifting and sharing. And I can learn so much from you, and I'm so looking forward to this.
Likewise.
Sure.
Likewise.
All right, yeah. So, people, when we started this show right here, we said we were going to try and showcase our small business owners because I see artists as not just artists, it's also a business.
Absolutely.
It's a business, and we as a people have to realize that we have to support the artists because it doesn't make sense to go out and you jig and dance to the music and you're not supporting the art. So we're going to ask you first things first. If you have never streamed, if you have never bought a song from Keisha Martin, I'm asking you right now to go right now and do it. And Keisha, where can they find the music?
And listen, all over. If you Google me, I promise you wouldn't say still searching, right? So I am on all streaming platforms. You'll learn about the songs from Rocksteady to Can't Sleep, collaborations to singles that have been released. Lots of information, lots to talk about. So I'm all over, yes. Official Keisha Martin, or the Queen of Jamrock Soul, as I am lovingly known as.
All right, see that. And we're going to talk about that later as well. It's a beautiful lady, Keisha Martin. And it's nice. And I was telling someone the other day, I said, it's the year of the sisters.
Absolutely.
So we want to bring up our sisters, and because we have so many sisters out there doing their thing and they're not getting the spotlight as they should. Keisha, you're so talented.
Thank you.
And I'm going to tell you why. We went to the JAIRiE Foundation event with my good friend Dr. Trevor Dixon.
Yes.
And when we were there, my girlfriend said, oh my God, she can't sing. I'm surprised she hasn't gone further. But then when I looked, we want to start off today with a bang, because everybody who's saying, how comes Keisha don't have a Grammy yet? That's where we want to start today. Then we're going to rally back around and talk about who is Keisha Martin. So we have to start with the biggest and greatest things that's going on in your life right now.
Well, it's appreciated. So I recently found out on October 1st that I am being considered for a nomination.
Right.
Part of why I went public with this was more so for an educational process and of course to gain more fans, more support.
Yeah.
If you are not a Grammy member, because I had someone say to me, how can I vote for you? So unless you are a member, because it's a peer-to-peer support system, unless you are a member, you cannot vote for me. So you have to be a member. You cannot be a member if you are not in the music industry or the entertainment industry in some kind of capacity. And it's not just just apply. And the process, I will be sharing those things also because I am not a gatekeeper. Part of the reasons why in the industry we have so much division is because there's a lot of people who are in the know and don't share information.
That's true. And one of the things, when I saw that you were being considered for the Grammy nomination, what I did, I went and I said, well, first of all, let me back up to you being a part of the whole Grammy thing. And so I went and I Googled because I wanted more information for myself.
Right.
So I see, and it's things like these we want to highlight and showcase, because when I saw that you were so involved with the Grammy and all kind of things we're going to talk about today, what was it called? We followed, what was it called again? You had
the Grammy Advocacy.
Advocacy Day. So I said, so now I went and I Googled what's the Grammy Advocacy thing? You talk about a lot of things in DC and so what. Right. So what I want you to do, Keisha, as an artist right here, and we have other artists who's going to be seeing this interview. Mm-hmm. We try to educate and uplift as we go along. So can you share with any artist listening right now what is the process and how they can get involved?
So how they can get involved as far as the advocacy?
Yes.
So Grammy advocacy is not just conducive to people who are members. What it is advocating for laws that will actually assist in how we get paid, how streaming works for us in our favor, and a lot of different things that works in our favor. Getting involved, if you're not a Grammy member, when you see Grammy advocacy, share it. share the information. Also, go do the research on what that is. I'll dial back that one of the things and the misconception that people have, and I was asked this year to be a part of the Recording Academy Advocacy Committee. One of the misconceptions about the Recording Academy and the Grammys is that it's all about that little trophy.
Right, right.
And it's not just about that.
Right.
It's about, for the past 10 years, they're celebrating 10 years in helping to bring laws to Congress that will impact the industry and creatives on a whole.
Right.
So that's what Grammy advocacy is. It's advocating for other artists and ourselves and how we get paid, how streaming works for us. There's been a big conversation. I don't know if you've seen it. Social media has been on fire about Spotify specifically.
Yeah, absolutely.
How the people them who run Spotify is making all of the money. And even
Keisha, hold on. So, Mr. Isaacs, on Facebook, they're telling me that Keisha's mic is low. They're saying that Keisha's mic is low.
See. My mic is low.
They're saying that they're telling me on Facebook that your mic is low. They're
okay.
not.
So and they're not hearing me.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Sharon
much, guys.
Bonafire Hamilton.
Thank
What's
you.
up, Sharon?
Can you guys hear me better? Are you guys hearing me better now? Better now?
Let me know if you sound better.
Are you hearing me better now? Give me a thumbs up in the comments if you guys can hear me better.
All right, so we're going to back up a bit because because this information, it must get out there.
It has to.
And so what Keisha was telling us is something that every artist, everyone in the music industry should be familiar with. So we're going to just ask Keisha to just back up. I don't even know where you want to start from.
I'll back up and I'll be brief. We have time though.
Yes, man, for real.
We have time. I'm going to swap this sponge out because it's kind of overpowering my face. So I think with this, yes, there we go. Better.
Much better.
Yes. So you guys can hear me loud and clear now.
Yes.
So I'm backing up. So what is Grammy advocacy? I am a member of the advocacy committee. As of this year, I was asked to be a committee member. By full disclosure, full disclaimer, the Recording Academy does not pay me to advertise. I am only having this conversation so that I can share my process and educate others on what it is to be a member of the Recording Academy, how it has had benefited me. I'm speaking from my personal journey. This is year 2 of me being a Recording Academy member.
Wow.
This is my second year. Last year when we did Advocacy Day, every year in October, there's Grammy Advocacy Day. One day, we get to sit with lawmakers and bring bills that we are trying to get passed that is going to impact the industry and us as an entire entertainment conglomerate. From movies, from film to recordings, etc., how we get paid and things of that. The big issue on the table this year is the No Fakes Act.
Yeah.
That's the huge issue because it impacts our likeness. It prevents what this law being passed would do. It would prevent anybody from just taking my voice, my likeness, anything that has to do with Keisha Martin from the entertainment perspective.
Are you talking about the whole AI thing?
The AI. So No Fakes Act is the AI bill that's actually on the table right now. It has time to be passed in the 188th. That means that, and for those of you who don't know what that means, it's like Congress has a window. Before the end of the year, that's putting that bill on there and getting enough support for the bill for it to be passed. Once it's passed, guess what? We are protected.
Right.
So that's what that means. So I'm super.
And that's the No Face Act, you said?
The No Fakes
No
Act.
Fakes.
So please go and do your research. If you Google it, if you Google Grammy Advocacy Day, it will take you to a page that will give you the list of all the bills on the table that is actually up, that needs support. So if you are a creative and you live in a certain district and you know your congressman, hey, you can ask, go support this bill because it is going to affect me. Now, I don't know, like artists, I don't care about fame. I don't care about being a household name. Mm-hmm. I care about how I get paid.
Right.
And I feel like that's the biggest thing as a creative is that how does my money work for me? I am a business, as you said earlier.
It is a business.
I am structured as a business. Music is making money for me at this juncture in my life all the time.
Right.
It's making me money as an educator. I'm a teacher. I do so many different things behind the scenes that is not publicized, and it's okay because that's just how I operate. My friends and my people, they know exactly what I do behind the scenes, so that's pretty much it. But if you guys want more information about the Grammy advocacy, there's a whole page just about it. There is, if you want more information about what's on the table, once you Google Grammy Advocacy Day, it's not just a day, because there's a whole committee that exists to continuously have conversations on what laws need to be on the table, how things are impacting us on a regular basis.
Absolutely. So I'm telling you, people, so if you're just joining us, we have Lady Keisha Martin here with us. Great artist, great singer. Oh my gosh, she's profound. But what we're talking about today is we like to go behind the music and show the persons behind the music, or the person behind the music. And today, for all the artists, I want to say much love to you, Ziggy Bless, everyone listening today. She is giving you education. She's giving you information that you can take and go continue the research on.
No gatekeeping around
No
here.
gatekeeping around here. Don't forget, no fakes day.
No fakes act.
No fakes act.
Right, but if you want to if you don't remember that,
look at the advocacy
just
day.
look up Grammy Advocacy Day.
And didn't you I saw somewhere, I read somewhere where you had led a team.
So that was Grammy Advocacy Day. So October 1st was Grammy Advocacy Day. And I was honored to be, I was very nervous about it, but I was asked to lead a team of other creatives and industry professionals to the table to go sit down with Congressman. Shout outs to Congressman Goldman. He has supported 2 bills. Last year when we sat down with him, he supported 2 bills that was brought to the table last year.
Right.
And his office is he's our constituent that we sit down, that give us an hour during Advocacy Day.
Which is a lot.
But this happened, over 2,000 creatives.
Wow.
Across the United States went on Advocacy Day and had these meetings. So it wasn't just happening in New York.
So in every different areas you had the same advocacy.
Wherever so from LA, from California, New York. In New York there were multiple meetings happening because the New York chapter is kind of like the larger groups of members. So we were able to have multiple meetings set up in New York. My meeting, however, had this year's Advocacy Day ambassador.
Yeah, wow.
Which was Mr. Mark Ronson. And that was an amazing experience to be able to sit at the table with Mark and all these amazing humans that are like making this vehicle called the industry work. Right. They're record label executives and women at the table. It was so amazing. You talk about women being like at the forefront, and just this is the year of the woman. I think every day should be the day of the woman.
Well, what we're doing this year is sometimes they like when we sit in the background and not do much. So what we're doing this year, we're stepping out and we're claiming.
Right. So I feel like we're always working. Yeah. But we don't work from a place of accolades. No. We work and
behind the scenes. And
we
work silently.
Right. And we don't have to. Everything is not about noise. And I feel like I've experienced just like receiving my flowers. Shout out to Carl Gray for honoring me this year with the Nina Simone award. Because the work that you do, and shout out to Laman Lynch for recognizing me also.
He just had an event last Friday. I missed that.
Campaign launch. So if you're in the 41st district, he is potentially your next.
Yeah, he's coming to talk to me too.
We love that.
We love that. He's coming to talk to me right here on the CHIT Radio show.
Yes. So you guys will learn all. Please tune in. I will be tuned in because he is an amazing human being, and I feel like whatever seat he sits in, he will be the city will be better for it.
And he's a very giving person.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very, very giving. Very down to earth.
He's a community man.
That's who he is. And that's why when people like those get sit on board, we're going to support and respect and uplift them, because they are the ones that's going to be the makers and changers of doing whatever we want them to do for us.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
So we have to support. Just like what you're doing right now. You understand me? A lot of people saw you up there. They see Keisha can sing, but they didn't realize that you were working behind the scenes, paving the way for other artists. Well, it's not just for you.
It's not. And this is why I went public. This is one of many interviews that will take place, but I'm having the conversation, sharing my journey as it pertains to this Grammy experience, because I want people to know that there's access.
Right.
Artists, people, you know, I don't think I've been in a space where I'm like, well, how do you do that? I've not done that, but I know people who've been members, and I went and did my research. So everything is public information. If you're willing to do the work and go do the research, you will learn how do you get things done.
Absolutely.
And if you are definitely vigorous about what you're doing, I love what I do, and I always want to continue to grow. So at the end of the day, I'm going to do the research on how do I become better?
Yeah.
How do I get access to a room that I normally wouldn't have? And this is what being a member of the recording, it puts me in rooms with people that I normally wouldn't have access to.
And not only that, so what, like I said to you, what you have done by you going public and saying things like, it forced me now, because now I'm curious. So I went and I Googled because I wanted, and then as I started to read, I said, wow, this is amazing. So I'm saying, how can other artists get involved? Because I'm thinking a lot of artists say, oh, me never get a Grammy, but then you don't follow the process.
Are you a member though?
Are you a member?
How are you in the game? How can you be a part of the conversation when you are not a member?
And
like, it's a peer-to-peer thing. If you're not a voting member or you're not a member of the recording, you can't how you submit work.
Because over the years, you know, what we normally hear and a lot of complaints we hear, even from other artists and so on.
Publicly.
Yep.
It's been all over the media.
Yep.
You know, when you see people that don't look like us, Caribbean people, get in certain categories. Well, I hold that person, you get Grammy.
Yeah.
This, that, and the third.
It's because...
But you're complaining, but you don't know the process.
It's because of the last name.
Yeah, but educate yourselves on the process. Everyone has all these complaints, but they think... So let's dial back. How did Keisha Martin get to be in consideration of a Grammy?
Yeah, tell them.
So let's start from
right there. Yeah.
So there was a process. So of course, being a member, I have to be a member in order for me to submit my work, right? I submitted your work had to have been released within the time frame that the Recording Academy requires it to be released between. So it's within a certain time frame. It gives you dates.
Yes.
From this time to this time, your work, that particular body of work or work had to have been released between this frame. So now I only had one song that I did a collaboration. It's not even my song. It's my song, but it's not my song. So I wasn't the creator. I didn't write it. I didn't produce it. Shout outs to Rhythm Daddy, aka Mr. Donovan Sebastian Sr. You guys might lovingly know him as Danny Yadas. This record was done quite some time ago before he relocated outside of New York. So when we recorded it, it wasn't even in the retrospects of me being the artist on it. He was shopping the actual lyrical content, and I basically came in and did it. But I always do things in a way where as if I was the artist.
Right.
So he decided that he was going to put this project on his album, and that's what he did. Rhythm Rum Reposado. It's an eclectic name. It's long, but it's a dope project. And so that was the only thing that was in that time frame.
Right.
So I have the ability to submit something, and there was that something.
That was the song, This Love?
Yes.
Rhythm Daddy.
Right. So I submitted it, and so the process for me was when I submitted it, because you can submit it and submit it wrong and it gets rejected. So there's a vetting process. Your music is being listened to once you do a for consideration submission. There's a window for that. Just the submission. They cut you off when you are outside of the window. So you submit it, and it's just a waiting game for you to get a response. The same day I had the advocacy day meeting, I came home to the email oh, congratulations, your work is being considered for best music video, because I did submit. You can submit your videos as a category, because there's best music video. I did that. I had submitted it for a different category, some world music category. And so the people at the table was like, well, this fits here. So they are allowed to move it if it fits better in another category. Yes. And no, it was not a reggae category because it's not a reggae song. So it's up for best dance electronic recording and best music video recording.
Nice. This song is called
This Love by Rhythm Daddy featuring Keisha Martin. This
Rhythm
Love.
Daddy.
So we can take a listen if you want.
Sure.
Popped up.
Baby, you're amazing. This love ain't no replacing. Baby, you're amazing. This love ain't no replacing. You know how to get my juices running. You keep me coming before the answer. All I got to say, baby, you're amazing. This love ain't no replacing. Baby, you're amazing. This love ain't no replacing. I'm about my money. Burning my honey, I'm feeling better. You drive me crazy. Your love has got this wrong. You're all that I'm thinking of, baby. You're amazing. This love ain't no replacing, baby. You're amazing. This love ain't no replacing. Can't replace this love we're making, far from basic. Say my name, keep on stroking, can't replace this love we're making, far from basic. Say my name, keep stroking. This love, surrender to this love. I baby, you're amazing. This love
Ain't no replacing.
You're amazing. This love
Ain't no replacing. You're amazing. This love ain't no replacing. Baby, you're amazing. This love ain't no replacing.
Yeah, that one is nice. It has an Afrobeat kind of thing. It's like a Afrobeat. It's just who dance music. I love it.
So I have a question from Lady Sharon P. Hamilton Pearson.
Yes.
So she's asking me, how would I describe myself as an artist? The question is jazz, pop, reggae, etc. So I have created my own journal. It's Jam Rock Soul.
Oh, Jam Rock Soul. Yeah, right.
So that's the thing. So I'm in my own lane. I've created my own lane. As artists, I don't think we should be boxed. I can do anything. But again, Jam Rock Soul is a fusion of reggae, R&B, and soul.
Soul, yeah.
And that's what I've created. It doesn't limit what I choose to do, my collaborations, because I've collaborated with hip-hop artists. I've collaborated
I
with
realize
other
that.
artists.
I realize that.
So there's a lot of work that's out there collaboration-wise. I've collaborated with gospel artists. But it doesn't mean you can't collaborate with anybody. Like, as a creative, don't let anybody put you in a box. No let nobody put you in a box. I mean, I am Jamaican, proud Jamaican, but I don't limit myself on what I can partake in because the gift that I have is to reach people. and whatever that looks like. I am very selective on the work that I partake in. If it doesn't align with who I am as a creative, as far as being a positive work that's going out there, that's going to have a impact on others, I'm not going to partake in it.
Right.
That's just how I live my life outside of, whether I'm a creative or not, that's just, I don't partake with people that are not doing things that has to do with changing. I only mess with change makers. Shout outs to Stacey Lee Williams, Melinda Blue Note Daniels. She's an amazing artist outside of Southwest Florida. But like I said, it's people that are having an impact on the world that are here and understand why they're here. And I understand who I am. I understand why I'm here. This is why you won't see me chasing anyone.
Right.
Because guess what? God is going to bring me everybody that I need to actually, for this gift that He gave me to function the way it's supposed to in this life.
Yeah, and one of the things I noticed when I was kind of reading about you, you know, there are so many things that people had to say. I mean, positive things. One of the things that stood for me, they say that Keisha is an artist in every sense of the word. That kind of embodies everything I just said.
Appreciate that
right?
so much.
You say she embodies creativity and musical expression through her work. Exactly what you just said.
Thank you so much.
You're not boxed into a corner. You
No.
kind of spread your wings and you fit wherever you feel that it will make you a better person.
Absolutely. But I'm a mover. No matter what I'm doing. I'm conscious of the fact that, so music is just a way to express myself, but also it's also a gift to be able to assist others. So music for me has been an outlet in my entire life. I did not aspire to be this little girl who wanted to sing all her life. I wasn't that.
When did it start for you though?
It started for me in the church as far as the music, me realizing I had the gift.
Talent.
But it wasn't, I didn't say it, I wouldn't say it was given to me for the premises of becoming for fame. So I hear a lot of people, you said something earlier that stayed with me. And I wanted to make just a comment on that. Like a lot of people will see me and say, well, how, like if you're experiencing me for the first time, you're like, well, how come she not bigger than she is?
Yeah.
Or how come she not dip on Billboard and she not get Grammy yet? If it's in God's will for me to be in those
nothing happens
spaces,
before the time.
right? But if it's not in the cards for me to receive those things, that's it. Keisha, just know that I am working and operating in my gift. I have nothing to prove to anybody.
Absolutely not.
And I love what I do, and it's lucrative. That's the thing. I can be on TV and be broke and not dead for hungry. I'm gonna live nowhere. And there's so many things that can be happening for me. There's so many sacrifices I've made, not in the name of fame, not in the name of my gift, but understanding why I have this gift.
Right.
There's a difference. There's such a difference.
Absolutely.
And when you know who you are and why God has put you on it, I always tell people, I am on an assignment.
So you absolutely, what you don't let anyone define who you are as an individual.
But me not hear none of them nice.
No, you don't hear that. But you're also a founding member of Artist Alliance. Can you tell us about that?
So Artist Alliance for Education was founded many moons ago.
2009.
So 2009, I started that project, just helping kids doing what they do. As a ghetto youth, may I go say this? I come from Kingston, Little Q Road, 1B Little Q Road in Kingston.
A country girl.
Me a Kingstonian, my born at Jubilee Hospital.
Me too.
So there wasn't a lot of opportunities for young girls like me. And as a Jamaican, my story is really dark. I would use that terminology.
Right.
As far as the opportunities that was not afforded to me, the things that happened to me when I was a child.
Right.
Who I am today, again, is nothing shy of what God wants for my life, because of the things I've overcome.
Right.
I don't call myself a survivor. I'm an overcomer. I am a conqueror.
Wow.
And if you, when one day people will know in depth, but those that know.
When you write your book.
Or other things. So, I mean, like I said, the opportunities weren't there. So it's like life is gonna always be lifing, right? Everything happens to shape and bring us to a space where we are in this very moment. I hear people all the time, and I won't use the word counsel, but I get those calls when people are in bad spaces and they're like, well, you know,
you're like a mentor to many.
They sound like, oh my God. And you know what I say? I don't dismiss your feelings. I said, have your moment, but don't live there.
Wow.
Because and I cannot speak to what anyone else is going through or has been through, but I can share where I've been, how I've chosen to live, in spite of my obstacles and what I've done. And it's what you choose to do in the moment. Understanding that your day is your gift.
Absolutely.
That is it. When you wake up in the morning, literally it's another 24 hours for you to just operate in your gift.
Wow.
And no matter how dark it might be, you got another day to figure things out.
Absolutely.
So guess what? Have your moment, but guess what? Figure it out.
People, if you're just joining us, Twitch TV, JAIRiE.com, Instagram, everyone on the world map, Mixcloud, wherever in the world you are right now, I want to say much love to you all. We're talking to Lady Keisha Martin, all right? Facebook Live, thank you guys so much. We're talking to Keisha Martin. As you can tell, because right now I'm here, I'm learning, I'm absorbing and I'm taking in things as a sister, because I'm telling you, because one of the things that she's doing is sharing of herself with you. She's saying to you that don't stay in your space, right? We can all grow, but we have to aspire for better. You understand me? We can get out of the spot where we're at right now,
right.
But you have to want to get out of there. So don't be comfortable in where you are right now. I got it right?
Right. I mean, like if you're going through something, and I'm not dismissing, because people's feelings are valid, right? But I will be full transparency, because I'm never ashamed to talk about what it is and whether or not I'm going to write a book about my life. My story's already been written because I'm still here.
Absolutely.
You understand me? So full transparency, I've been homeless. I've been violated as a youth, as a child. I'm just, like I said, conqueror in every sense of the word.
Wow.
When I should have given up, I chose to live.
Yes.
And what you put out in the universe, regardless of what you're going through, you know, you're having some encounters with people. I'm very conscious of my encounters with others, right? Who I am does not allow me to be negative
Hold
towards
on. So
anyone.
they're telling me that, I don't understand though, they're telling me on Facebook that my mic now is low.
It's spinning over there, so yeah, maybe the internet is doing something.
Probably the internet. I don't know what's going on today.
Yeah.
So they're telling me that my mic is low. But to me, it sounds fine. We sound fine in here.
In our ear, right.
All right, so let me talk a little bit louder. Anyway, so like I said, people, we're talking to an entrepreneur. We're talking to a singer-songwriter. We're talking to a vocal coach, and so many layers to Keisha Martin. And today, like I said, we just want to go behind the music, because when you understand who a person is, an individual is, you will want to support them more. You will listen more. You'll pay more attention. And one of the things that I found about Keisha is that she's not only a singer. She tells us that she's a go-getter. She go and she do what she have to do. So we want to talk about 13 Spice and everything. We're gonna rally.
It's 13 Spice and everything nice. You have to say it like that.
All right, yeah. So just in case, because it's all about 13 Spice and it's the letter N. Everything nice
and everything
incorporated.
Nice.
And it's a real business. It's INC.
Yes, it is a real business. It is a real. So one of my gifts. You know, some of us have one. Some of us has multiple.
So they say it's much better. So good.
Oh,
it's me. I was talking to it enough. I think.
Okay. Yeah, some of us get one gift. Some of us get multiple gifts. And
some of us may get one gift and we make the world of it.
Right. That's so. For me, I've been given multiple gifts. One of my gifts is my hands in the kitchen.
Wow.
My late brother used to always say, you know, you should open up a business because like of how I cook. Like I believe that I'm a great chef. So I took it to the next level. When I was homeless, I actually went back to school and got my culinary degree.
Right.
So when I got my culinary degree, I decided to open my business because I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I never wanted to work for people. But of course, you know, when you're in the structure of your life, you are going to make sure that your kids eat.
Right.
So, of course, I had to work my 9 to 5. I stepped away not by choice, but by an injury some years ago from a car accident. I was put out of pandemic was crazy because I was one of those workers that had to be at work.
Essential worker.
I was an essential worker during the pandemic. For those of you who don't know, I've always done music, but when I not say me I do music, I was still doing my 9 to 5. But I've always been in service.
Right.
I was homeless and working for a homeless shelter.
Wow.
A lot of people did not know that, right? And during the pandemic, I literally got injured. I passed out at work and never was put back into work. And that's how I ended up going really hard with 13 Spice. Oh. Remember I said, never going for music as far as, and I didn't like the online thing to just go and just be online. Absolutely. As an artist. Also, I was still getting calls because I do in-studio backing vocals and stuff like that too, but lots of things were going on. I got injured from a car accident in 2005, and I was very neglectful of what I was supposed to do to, keep myself in order. So I think a lot of people go through these back issues and don't understand the severity of it. When I see me, I jump up on stage and all kind of things are going on. Keisha Martin sometimes pays for it. I be in pain. But I literally was taken out of work, and that's how 13 Spice and Everything Nice became like a solidified, because I started it in 2013, right? April 13th, 2013. That January of that year, my brother was murdered in Jamaica. My dad, 3 months prior to that, died of a heart attack. Wow. So 2012, my dad died in the October. We buried him. And then the January, my brother was killed in Jamaica. Wow. The reason why I brought him up is because my company is named after him. And a lot of people think the 13 is literally the spice, but my brother's nickname was 13. Oh. So that's where the 13 comes from in the name itself. So 13 Spice.
And then he also inspired you to get to start this because he was my greatest encouragement that he gave you.
He was the champion of Keisha Martin. I never had a bigger fan. My siblings love me. I love them. But he and I had like a very special relationship in terms of just like supportive. They all support me, but I was the oldest girl of 6. And everybody kind of looked up to me, but he was the one that I had like this brother and sister relationship that was like with tight. Yeah. So, it was one of those things. And 13 Spice I saw the need for just me doing my own thing that year. And I launched 13 Spice in my own home.
Because when I saw 13 Spice, I thought you did spices.
It's a lot of things in play where that's concerned. I won't talk about it now, but I will say that lots of things are coming where that's concerned. So and it's a catering company. It's not we don't do parties. We do corporate events. If you are having a dinner party, if you have a significant other and you want dinner for 2, we do that. The setting of the table. So why I did 13 Spice also is because how food and music marries. It is a whole conglomerate. We offer services that across the board. So we allow people to say, all right, I'm keeping an event and I want a table set. I only deal with things. I don't go over 40 people because I don't like anything. I don't do the party thing. I don't like it. I like what keeps people together, keeps conversations like going. An intimate setting. I love that. I love that. And there's a team of people that will come and set the table. There's servers if you need that for your whatever you need for your event. If you're doing dinner for 2 and you want that's what you'll get.
But like your servers and thing, you only go up to 40 people, not beyond that.
I don't want to.
Okay.
I do also my own. I curate my own events. So also, which is something that is a part of the cookbook that I'm actually about to do.
And people, all right. So, like I said, when I'm talking to an artist or talking to someone, I like to do my research, and I'll just share with you what I found, right? So what I found about 13 Spice and everything nice is that it makes planning and holding a catered event easy. They say we handle the catering so you can focus on what matters. So you're planning to have a small wedding up to 40 people. You just leave everything to Keisha and her team. And the bride just show up looking pretty.
We make it happen.
All right, there you go. So once again, we're talking to Keisha Martin, singer, songwriter, entrepreneur, vocal coach, and we are going to back up to what we're talking about with Keisha before, because Keisha really does give back to her community, and I love to see when the artists do this. And we're talking about what Keisha does in regards to the students. Like you said, she's a teacher as well. So, and you're a vocal coach. So most of your teaching is within that.
So I'm an NYC vendor. So that's another thing that people should be educated on. If you have something that working on that. Okay. Yeah, I'm putting in that application.
Okay.
So it's necessary because we again gatekeeping and information. Shout out to Sherry Morgan, because she's always championing other people to just get their business in order.
Absolutely.
And everything needs to be structured a certain way professionally. And people who know me understand, and who's been allowed in my personal circle knows exactly who I am, where the business is concerned, how much care I put into my business, no matter whether it's teaching, whatever. So as far as the youth is concerned, I work with an organization called Fire Zone.
Fire Zone, absolutely.
So that's an acronym, and it's spelled FYRE, Entertainment, and that's founded by Mr. Bud Ramsey. And this particular organization, during the school year, we go into schools with the arts,
right?
And we are an outlet. So if you're a principal at a school and you want to bring us in, you'll basically get the funding and bring us in under a contract,
right?
And maybe it's 10 sessions, maybe it's throughout the whole school year. But I teach music. I have a video production. I have students last year that I did a little short film with, and it was an amazing experience just to be able to. We did a screening at their school during the day, and we had 3 screening sessions with the different level grades, and it was such a beautiful experience to watch their work come to life. Shout outs to my schools. I won't say where I'm at, but shout outs to Fire Zone. Shout outs to the work Bud Ramsey is doing, because this guy, who he is, he doesn't care about the accolades, and people can take a page out of his book. Just how he operates. Giving back is important. It's super important.
It's very important.
And that's not only the only thing that I do other than teaching. I run also a non-for-profit organization that there's an article, if people look it up, during the course of me actually. When I just came out of being homeless, there was an article that was ran. A lot of people didn't. It was in the Brookliner, I think, or the Brooklyn something. One of those Brooklyn. If you Google artists, it said, if you Google Keisha Martin and the word homelessness, that article will come up.
Wow.
And then you can get more details of what was happening. Queen for a Lifetime is something that I do within the homeless shelter system, because
And you still do that?
I still do that.
Okay.
I saw the disconnect. Of course, pandemic put a pause on everything dealing with people outside of a certain scope, because they weren't letting you in the way they were before, and I started going into women's shelter and creating experiences utilizing my company.
Right.
I created dining experiences. I brought successful women that sat at the table with homeless women and young girls that were going through it, and brought it wasn't even just women, it was just other successful people that came to the table, and just was encouraging them and talking to them while they're going through, and sat and had dinner with them. I don't believe in going into a space when people are going through. If I can impact someone's life when they're going through their worst of times, and allow them to just forget about their situation in that moment, that was the reason why I started Queen for a Lifetime.
Wow.
Because I was that woman, and no one knew I was going through homelessness.
Right.
Not for lack of me not sharing it, but I never owned it. I had a conversation with a friend the other day, and I said, I never heard it. So shout outs to Mystic Bowie. So 2016.
Oh, Mystic Bowie.
He's in the line.
I love Mystic.
So Mystic, I started touring with Mystic during me being homeless.
Right.
I was on the road. I did 13 cities with Mystic while I was homeless. When I left to go on the road with him and I came back to a shelter.
Wow. And the thing about Mystic Bowie, as you're talking about Mystic Bowie, and I spoke to Mystic Bowie before an interview, and as a Maroon, that brother, I was so impressed with everything that Mystic is doing.
The work he's doing.
Oh my goodness.
We just did a festival last night in Coatesville, Pennsylvania.
Oh, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, last night with a bunch of other artists, Yardcore and Esco Levi last night. And that was the last show before we go to Jamaica. So Jamaica, Mystic Bowie has a foundation. If you guys are out there, this is someone you should be supporting. Also, just the fact that how he loves on the people that work in his conglomerate. If you're on the road and you've gotten the opportunity to be on stage with Mystic, it's infectious.
And not only that too, is the positive music that Mystic writes. That part of it. You listen to one Mystic Bowie song, you want to listen to the entire album. You listen, and I'm so impressed with him. I have my own collection of Mystic Bowie music.
That part. Like I really love what he does though. As an artist who's worked for Mystic and with Mystic, you don't feel like you're working for him. When he brings you on stage, you're working with creative, him. You are working with him. He puts you out there. He say, all right, sing that. I want you to sing that song. Yeah, and so I appreciate that because shout outs to the people who don't feel threatened by another artist. If they give them an opportunity.
Say it loud.
Shout outs to the people who give artists opportunities without feeling threatened.
I hear that so many times.
Mystic is such a phenom. And I love his confidence. I love who he is as a human being and what he puts out there. And so at the end of the day, I'm going to always support this man and I'm grateful for him. So I'm sure, like, and I say thank you all the time to him. So, I just love him. I love what he does, what he stands for. And those are the people that I surround myself with.
Positive people.
That's who God has sent me.
You see, and like I always tell people, nothing happens by chance.
Nope.
Everyone who you meet on your journey, absolutely, you meet them because God allows them to be in that space at that particular time. You were supposed to meet. I was supposed to meet you. I saw you on stage. All right, let me give you my little experience with Keisha. First time I did an audio interview with her before, a brief one. Our friend Y Young was having an event,
yes,
and she had a few artists on and stuff and so on. So I actually went to the show, but you have to see Keisha on stage. It's a different person completely. The shoes go off and everything, and she's gonna go into when she starts her Rockstar song and all things. The shoes go off, everything goes up, and she's gonna get into whatever she's doing, and she can sing. Went to JAIRiE Foundation, and I think what touched me more than anything else was when you sang that Goodness of God. It was amazing.
But you understand the place. Amazing. Now you understand the place I was singing from, right?
Yes.
Because I am intentional when I choose songs to perform and put on a set list, even if it's a cover. Goodness of God resonates with me because I am nothing short of what He wanted for my life.
Absolutely.
And the people who have seen a fraction of what I've been through, they don't live to talk about it.
Yes.
They're somewhere in a white room, or they're just mad out.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful to be of sound mind and body, and that's why I share my experience with people. And if you're going through something right now and you are listening, I am a testament. I'm a living, walking, breathing testimony. Remember, I'm gonna tell you that. Do not give up. Guess what? Because your breakthrough is right around the corner.
Sure. I always tell people, right? God has three answers. All right, and don't forget you can call live in studio, my bad. You can call in studio, it's 718-785-5760, 718-785-5760. Once again, 718-785-5760. I'm so sorry I forgot to give you the number.
We're
and
still here.
You can be a part of the conversation. You're right, 718-785-5760. We're talking to Keisha Martin, all right?
If you're overseas, there is a WhatsApp number also, which is 347-688-3106. Because I know my people,
Tell them again.
Overseas.
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp number, if you want to call in, is 347-688-3106. And the local number is in studio line currently. If you want to call, have a conversation, give me a word of encouragement, whatever it is that you want to call in and say, call in 718-785-5760.
And you know what I like? And you know, people, like I say, it's all about the Chit Radio show. We're chatting. She's a singer-songwriter, entrepreneur, but you know, it's a Chit show. So we want you to get to know Keisha. And once you get to know Keisha, you're going to appreciate her more. What Keisha apart from her inner circle, what Keisha just shared with you just now is deep. And she's sharing with you because there may be someone today right now. We are minister, you know. We are talking to the people there right now. We're God-fearing people.
Yes,
we're going to church and we know what God has brought us from.
Yes.
So when you come out here, sometimes, like I said, nothing happens by chance. The Lord put you in this space today to make a difference in someone's life today. Someone out there right now is listening to you and say, oh my God, I'm going through the exact same thing. I was afraid to talk about it. I never want to tell nobody, but she made me feel like it's okay to do that.
So this is the thing, right? For me, don't own what you're going through.
Yes.
I operated, listen, all the people that the shelter things that I work there, nobody never knows that I live there. Mm-hmm. Because of my movements.
You're helping everybody this year, like you work there.
I know it wasn't even that. I was barely there because I was still operating as Keisha Martin. I was touring, I was on the road, I was in the studio. So people don't understand, when you become homeless, just full transparency, there's a curfew. Like the people them now make you just go and come in at them place.
Right.
There is a curfew. You have to be back in your bed by 10 o'clock.
So for an artist, how did that work?
Those rules didn't apply to me. So this is why. So full transparent. How I became homeless. My grandmother had dementia. She was diagnosed with dementia. My grandmother, everybody knows her. She was my shiro.
Right.
The strongest woman that I know. And literally, I'm a girl. I'm a G.
Right.
And when she had dementia, she was diagnosed with dementia. It was just this upheaval of chaos. Mm-hmm. The city was trying to take her. All my uncles and aunts, they don't live here. My mom at the time was in Jamaica. Nobody was available to do anything.
Yeah.
But I'm the doer.
Right.
My grandmother is responsible for bringing me, my siblings, and my mom to America. 6 picnic and a mother. Right? A mother with 6 children. Single mom with 6 children. There was no way I was going to let the state take my grandmother.
No.
So I fought to get her services, get her back into our apartment. So I was living in Jersey at the time, juggling my bills, living in Jersey, and hers to keep her in her little her apartment, her little 1-bedroom apartment in housing, in Farragut houses, because that's where she lived at the time. And juggling that, I was also working a job. I was working as a chef at a venue in Jersey. And I'm like, I'm trying to make sure I'm going to see her at the hospital, juggling, making sure her bills are okay, to keep her in our apartment.
Paying your bill.
Paying my bills to keep me. It just never worked out
it
in my
wasn't
favor.
It wasn't sustainable.
It wasn't. And so I failed where I failed for me, I gained for her because I was able to have them release her in my care.
Right.
Back into her apartment, because she lived alone all these years. There was nobody there with her. So I had to get her services in, but when that happened, now I have to deal with my own issues.
Absolutely.
I'm homeless.
Right.
But I never owned it. I just didn't have a place. I had a place to sleep, but it wasn't my home. And so I never owned it. So when I went in the shelter system, I said, what do I have to do to get out of here? You have a case manager you sit down with and blah, 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 blah. The woman told me the list of things. She said, if I was working, so everything was working in my favor. So this is what you got to do. I did everything that I was supposed to do. I found an apartment within 3 months of me being homeless. But guess what happened? The system, there was a person that was disgusting. There was so much things I went through. Let me tell you something. The story, the half has never yet been told. I think it'll be too long for me to even go through all of that. But I never got that apartment, all in the name of an ex-individual who worked there. It was the assistant guy director of the shelter, why I didn't get it. And I've never seen anybody, and those are the reasons why I started Queen for a Lifetime. I saw how, I experienced how the system fails people every day.
Absolutely.
People are look upon people and I think say, oh yeah, nobody wants to be homeless. I think, sir, I've seen so many people working in a shelter that work for the city and nobody don't know. Your bus driver could be homeless and you don't know.
Right.
I always say you're one paycheck away from being homeless.
They always say that.
If you don't have, and it has nothing to do with laziness and I hear so many people pass so many judgments. But if you know, when you were interacting with me and seeing me at all these events, me never live nowhere. Me I go back to the little lady in our shelter.
Wow.
We have to be better and do better when it comes to human connection.
Absolutely.
Give each other grace. That thing.
Wow.
Grace is so important. That's why when I encounter people and they're angry and they do negative things, I'm going to step back and be like, what is this person going through in this moment? Do I want to add to that by being negative towards them?
Right.
Because you don't know.
You don't know. You see, a lot of times people see, but they don't know your story.
That is it.
You don't know my story.
That is it.
I don't know your story.
That is it.
We don't know your friend's story because everybody is going through something.
And who tells everyone everything?
Exactly.
Who shares everything with everyone?
People, once again, we're talking to artist, singer, songwriter, vocal coach, talking to a lady by the name of Keisha Martin, and you would know Keisha is telling her story. But Keisha Rocksteady.
Oh, let's talk about Rocksteady.
One of your biggest hits, right?
One of my biggest songs.
How did this one come about?
Shout outs to Andre Lloyd, aka BG. So Rocksteady, the behind Rocksteady, literally I was laying in a shelter.
Really?
Laying in my little apartment with my two pitney them. They went off to school or work or whatever at the time, and I'm laying in the shelter. Because we had an apartment with a little kitchenette, and it's like just 3 hours in there.
Something probably just me be naive. I kind of thought that like a shelter. I didn't know they had those kind of facilities.
So you have different tiers.
Oh, okay.
When you have kids and you have a family, there's tier 1, tier 2, tier 3.
Okay.
Tier 1 is single men, single women shelters. Those are more
like a bed.
You're sharing, not really a bed. So if you're in a transitional housing shelter, the provisions you get 3 meals a day. Every shelter you get a housing specialist. You get someone to kind of help you do whatever with your needs, whatever those are.
Right.
There are facilities that they are family shelters where if you have children, nobody now gonna the city's not gonna put you in a space where your children would be at risk, because if you mix the single men and single women.
No, you have a problem.
With families, you have a problem. You have people sleeping with it, believe it or not. People that do things with them not fair do. So they don't do that.
Okay.
If it's you and your children, you have a private space for you and your children to just until you are able to do whatever. But like I said, a lot of rules, again, those rules didn't apply to me.
Right.
So the sense of humor that God has, right?
I always tell everybody that God has a great sense of humor.
Let me tell you, so I lost my job in Jersey because of the commute, because I was homeless in New York and working in New Jersey.
Almost impossible.
It was impossible. And at the time, I was only making $11 an hour.
That was impossible.
Not happening as far as functioning and making a living to do whatever. But this shelter issue and dealing with all of this, I think I went through some dark stuff, but in this moment, I think the devil was trying to just take me out.
But sometimes, Tasha Cobbs has a song, Graceful. I don't know if it's called Graceful, but it's like you say, God will bring you to a point, to like where you're at the lowest ebb in your life, and bring you there to bring you up.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
And all the things, people are kind of fascinated. They don't know what I've been through.
I am fascinated right now, and I'm telling you why. Because despite everything that you were going through, you did not let that stop you.
And I remain positive.
You're still on stage, and you're still prancing from one end to the other, and you're having a good time.
But it was
the outlet.
Sure. But that's what kept me going.
Oh my goodness.
That was the gift that kept me going.
God is good.
I discovered music in church. I played drums. That's when I first started doing stuff. I never knew I could sing. So when I transitioned, then I started doing choir while in church. But the music was... I started going to church just to not be in my household because of everything that was going on there.
It was chaotic. It was an escape for you.
It was an escape.
Yeah.
And that's how I found Christ.
Well, God is amazing. He's an absolutely amazing God.
And that in itself kept me going.
Yes.
It kept me going. It didn't stop things from happening, but it kept me holding on. It kept me, like, when I wanted to give up, literally, it was just so much. But guess what? God is just so awesome. I'm not gonna stop Cecil.
No, man.
I'm not gonna stop Cecil because I don't know who anyone else that's watching you pray to, who you recognize and identify. But the things that I've seen in my life and been through, if it's not God, then somebody else would have to, where I do it would have to come tell me, say, them make me really still there. And them make me I'm still alive.
This is your testimony though, man, because you've lived it. And the facts, and you see people, what I like about Keisha, what you see is what you get. Nothing pretentious. She tell it as it is. And I'm telling you today, her story today, somebody out there need to hear it. And that's why she's doing it. Not because she wants to or not want to, but I'm just saying that somebody needs to hear this today.
Absolutely.
And like I say, nothing happens by chance.
Yeah.
Back to Rocksteady.
So
Curious about Rocksteady.
I know we ended up going off.
Hold on, once again, people, I say I'm so caught up with the conversation today that I keep on forgetting to tell you to call in. Please call in, don't be shy. We're having a great conversation here today. It's 718-785-5760. 718-785-5760. I know I could play so much of Keisha's song.
Music. But we are chit-chat. We are
chit-chat today because I want you to get to know the sister. Because you can always go and Google Keisha's music and all the great things that's happening in your life, and that will be happening in your life because guess what? We believe God has a purpose for you.
Listen,
God has a plan for you.
The best is yet
to come. We don't see nothing yet. Oh, we also forgot that Keisha is also an actor.
I have acted, yes.
Well, we're going to show us in it. So, bigger and better things in the future. I'm telling you, we're speaking that into existence right now. We know it's going to happen. If you want WhatsApp, it's 347-688-3106.
And share the live. Share the live with someone that may need to hear this conversation.
Yeah, we're talking to Keisha.
So
Rocksteady.
So Rocksteady. So I'm a big fan of Toots and I'm a big fan of Aretha. I grew up those are inspirations of mine. I was literally just going through the worst of my time. Facebook
is telling me, Miss Martin, just listen to you. You can write a book. Big up your beautiful self every time.
Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. I literally was just in the shelter that day. It was like late night. Mm-hmm. I'm always writing. I'm always creating. And it was actually in the morning, like around, I would say about 8 o'clock. I was awake, but this thing was like a vision. Mm-hmm. Like the way I heard the sounds, everything you're hearing in Rocksteady, I heard it while I'm awake, but I'm like, I woke up with this burst of inspiration and I call BG and I say, yo, BG, where you depend? We always work a certain way. I'm like, yo, where you depend? Cause I have this thing in my head and I'm like, yo, I gotta get it out. We gotta create it. So he's like, listen, come check me. I gotta drop off the youth them and then just come check me the time. So I linked up with BG that morning and he and I had the conversation and he was like, all right, cool. It's like I put a battery in his back and we both just started creating. We decided that we wanted this authentic. So if Aretha, I always say this, my description of Rocksteady is if Aretha and Toots had a baby, it would be my Rocksteady. Everyone thinks that it is a cover, but it's not. It's a song that I deliberately paid homage to the people that I really love, which is Aretha Franklin and the late, great Toots Hibbert. I love 54-46, so it had kind of elements of that, but it also had elements of Rocksteady Babe. So it had, Aretha says, Rocksteady Babe. I say, Rocksteady Baby. So it's a different it's nuance. It says the same word, but it's in Keisha Martin version, but marrying the
Toots.
dun, 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 dun. Yeah, so the 54-46 vibe meets the Aretha Rocksteady.
We have to play. We'll talk some more about it, but listen, it's a song I love.
Rocksteady, baby. Rocksteady. 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 It's a wonderful the old and the new. Sling on your dancing shoes. Top man a roll through. Dance from with the massive and crew. Boy grab a girl and come. We a go rock till the morning come. Bartender serve me a rum. We a go drink till the bar is done. Ladies got on the best dress. Fellas got on the latest dress. The band is playing that groove. And the dance floor ain't got no room. Rocksteady, baby. Rocksteady. 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 Everybody just rock and come in. Cause we are jamming at the housing scheme. Bring your queen and leave your machine. Cause up here good vibes on the scene. Rocksteady, baby. Rocksteady. 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 We've been working all week. And we just wanna unwind. I'm gonna turn my phone off, forget my boss, and free my mind. So it's the weekend, baby. Ain't got a care in the world. I'm gonna rock my head to this funky beat. Gonna move my feet. Yeah, you know, like I got my tipsy. Got me whining on my baby. I don't care, don't judge me. Just rock if you're with me. And rock steady, baby. Rock steady. Rock steady. Woo! Rock steady. Rock steady, baby. Rock steady. Rock steady. Rock steady. Everybody just rock and come in. Cause we are jamming at the housing scheme. Bring your queen and leave your machine. Cause up here good vibes on the scene. Rock steady, yeah. Listen. Rock steady.
The number is still available for you to call in, 718-785-5760. And if you are overseas, you can call in via WhatsApp 347-688-3106.
There you have it, all right? Call Keisha, call Sherry S.
So Rocksteady, man. And, you know, it was a lot of instrumental people on this particular track.
But
shout out to Andy Basford.
It's a happy song, though.
It is a happy song. It is a song that actually is very nostalgic. That it was intentional.
But even the way you perform, even when you're doing this song, though, you're in a happy place when you're doing that song. Because I've watched you perform this song so much. I'm telling people, you have to see it. Last time I see Keisha, well, the first time.
Jaja?
No, that wasn't Jaja. That was the Eva Why Young.
Why Young is
big skirts and barefoot and this. It's a vibe. You have to see her on stage. So, and don't forget that Keisha is still available for bookings. That's right, Keisha?
Yes. Listen, the calls have been coming in. Shout outs to my manager, Tanya Pessoa. People think that it's me them a call when them a call me. No, not me. You don't get me, you get management, because management handles the business. Okay.
So you have a number for them to reach management if they want to call management to book you?
If they want to call management, it's actually we receive emails, and that's booking Keisha Martin. I in my head, I want to say I don't remember.
All right, we're gonna run it back and come back.
We'll come back to that.
Before she leave, we'll let you know how you can book Keisha for your events. Can you see she can sing?
Yes,
she's a vocal coach.
Yeah, I'll take DMs. You can DM me if you have an interest, and then I'll forward you. Because somebody just messaged me on Facebook saying that we're interested in booking me for an event next year. We're putting together a tour for 2025.
Wow!
And those are the things that we are working on right now. So I'm coming to your city. So if you're not here, request me in your city. You're welcome to do that as well. I mean, I've been on the road, and I've literally worked for so many people.
You have collaborated with so many people too.
Oh man, a lot of my being on the road with Mystic is everything. Because if you go and look up who Mystic is, you'll understand who he is and why it's like really a dope experience. He's a phenom.
If you watch him perform too, it's a fireball.
Yes, and that energy transposes to his band.
Yeah.
You know, like we are just in this sync of energy, and we're moving and we're shaking, but also the audience members. You see how people are impacted by his work. I can say that literally I have been so blessed to be able to operate in my gifts on all level, be it cooking, be it people, be it music.
And on Montego Bay, I saw that Keisha will be in Montego Bay soon too, right? I saw
you got that memo?
I got the memo. I did my research.
All right. So I am going to Jamaica with Mystic. Mystic does his annual charity event in November. So I will be in Jamaica in November. You may see some interviews surrounding, not just like, listen, this Recording Academy, for your consideration, being considered for a Grammy is an absolute honor in itself.
It is an honor.
Because of the vetting process. And we speak life into whatever God wants. I'm not here to boast about anything. I'm just showing you hard work, perseverance.
Pays off.
This is what it looks like.
So you're passing by a compound?
I will be I'm spending some days in a compound, yeah. Because, Mystic got his school there. And the library.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to spend a couple of days in a compound. I plan on shooting a music video for my hint next song.
Awesome.
And we're going to do 2 events. There's 2 events Mystic is doing. One is private, but there is one that is accessible if anyone in Jamaica wants to attend this event, happening in Montego Bay at a small boutique hotel.
Right.
And I'll be there with Mystic and just the crew and just enjoying ourselves and just giving you good music like we normally do.
Shout out to you, Mr. Mystic Bowie.
Yeah.
Great brother right there. And I'm telling you, Keisha Martin on your team, you can't go wrong because super talented sister.
Absolutely. Oh, shout outs to Maurice Gregory, man.
I was just about to talk about Mr. Maurice Gregory and Best Part.
Oh, God. Best Part is a cover. If you know Daniel Caesar and her, that's the originators of that song. However, Maurice said, what did you think about doing a cover of that song? And I was like, I love that song, and I always perform it live, and so it was just such a synergy behind it, and we did it. Before Best Part, we did an original that was written and produced by him, which is I Can't Forget.
By Maurice Gregory?
I Can't Forget You was written and produced by Maurice Gregory. And it's so crazy because I kind of don't like to cover songs.
Right.
I don't like covering. I don't like it.
But I heard you do. No, well, that was live though. I heard you do Woman to Woman, and that was amazing.
Oh my God! So some of those songs where you hear me, it's stuff that I grew up on. So my mom had a record collection in the house. We couldn't go outside and play with nobody because we weren't allowed. Because Jamaican parents, when you come from foreign, them no want them pick me and play with nobody. And there was this. We were just under restriction, very strict manners. So, but the record collection was songs like Woman to Woman. Just my mom had a classic collection. And then there was a fire. So I was homeless very early with my family when we first came. Like 2 years after we came, the accident happened and my sister burned down the house, so we ended up homeless.
Wow.
So that's me at probably like 11. You know, so it's a lot of ups and downs and twists and turns in life that's happened. Like I said, but don't hold on to it. Don't let it define you. Don't own it. Don't hog up your thing. Listen, it's all right to cry. Have your moment. Cry. Bawl if you want bawl in your little corner. But guess what? Just say, God, I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to cry to you right now. But tomorrow, get up, get out there, and know that you have a purpose.
Absolutely.
That is not conducive to whatever you're going through.
That's true.
That is it.
That is so
that
true.
Is it.
That is so very true. That is so true. Best part, people listen to this song. It's a beautiful song. I listened it a couple of times and I really truly like it.
It's a cover.
It's
featuring
a cover.
Keisha Martin featuring Maurice Gregory.
Mr. Maurice Gregory.
Originated by Daniel Caesar and her.
All right.
You don't know, babe, when you hold me and kiss me slowly, it's the sweetest thing. And it don't change. If I had it my way, you would know that you are. You're the coffee that I need in the morning. You're the sunshine in the rain when it's pouring. Won't you give yourself to me? Give it all. I just wanna see. I just wanna see how beautiful you are. You know that I see it. I know you're a star. Where you go, I'll follow, no matter how far. If life is a movie, then you're the best part. Oh, you're the best part. Oh, best part.
It's the sunrise
Come on, Vice, nice man.
and those brown eyes, yes. You're the one that I desire. And when we wake up and we make love.
Call you live.
Hi, I was just trying to give a shout out to my sister Keisha Martin today, if possible.
Yeah, she's listening.
I'm listening. Hey, Blue Note. I know that voice. That's my sis. All the way from Southwest Florida, man.
Ah,
What's
welcome.
up?
All the way from Southwest Florida. Am I giving you guys an echo?
No. You probably
Okay,
need to turn down your
me,
phone.
so that's
if
fine.
you-
I just want to make sure I'm good.
Yeah.
But I just want to say to this queen publicly, thank you as a fellow artist, as a fellow sister, as a fellow mother, as a fellow creative. Keisha Martin is not just talk. You know, what you see is what you get with her. What she says is what she stands by. Not just when it's out loud and in the publicized places, but even in the quiet places, even in the DMs, even in the prayer spaces. This woman shows up for people in a way that you don't even realize you're in the blessing until you're there, and then you're finding yourself not wanting to get out of it, praying that you never have to be outside of the covering of her love and her grace and her rooting you on and cheering you on. So I just want to thank you publicly, Queen. Thank you for everything that you've been in my life. Again, as a fellow creative, as a fellow sister. But I'm proud of you. I'm grateful for you. And I just cannot wait to see all that God has coming for you, because I know the blessings are about to overflow in your life. God bless you, Keisha Martin. Thank you for everything that you are, Queen.
You trying to make me cry this morning. Thank you so much,
listen,
Bruno.
y'all kept telling people to call. Here we are.
Oh, my God. Thank you.
I tried to mind my business for an hour.
Thank you.
And guess what? Thank you for giving her the flowers while she can still accept it.
Thank you, sis.
Yes, Queen. And blessings to you too, Queen. I'm sorry. Happy Sunday.
You got to
I didn't
get
even say
Bruno
hello to
on
you,
the
Queen. I
program, man.
apologize.
She in Florida. You got to figure that out. But she's an amazing human.
She has
an
to talk to
amazing story that
Yes.
only she can tell. But
Yes.
she is an amazing artist, an amazing young woman. And I'm telling you,
Please,
y'all
please.
need to go check out Blue Note.
Blue Note. And Blue Note, if you ever plan to be in New York, link me up.
No, she gonna be in New York. She got family out here, so she's definitely out here. So
yeah, I'm a tri-state girl. I'm in Southwest Florida, but I'm a tri-state girl till I die.
Yeah, definitely.
No, but truly, this is not about me. I appreciate you. I appreciate, you giving me love and a shout out. But honestly, sis, you deserve to just be told it. And not just, she's an amazing singer. I'm talking put goosebumps on your arms vocalist, not to mention her food. Tastes like she put her foot, her vocals, her everything in it. You guys, this woman is everything that you see, everything that you have felt. If you're listening in, if you're watching in, everything that has come across your heart and your spirit by way of this interview, it is real. It is real, and I'm grateful. I am truly grateful. If I've never been able to tell you before, and I know I have, here today, I just want you to know, sister, I'm grateful for you. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You keep pushing, Keisha Martin, and I can't wait to see that Grammy, not only nomination, but win, sis. You deserve it.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
God is good. Much. God is good.
God bless you, queens. Y'all have a beautifully blessed Sunday.
Thank you, caller.
Yeah.
Isn't that absolutely amazing? I saw with tears. But guess what? I got goose pimples too. Cause that one was deep. Like I say, it's so nice when you can give the accolades, when you can accept it, and you're still here. You can appreciate it. That was beautiful.
I'm constantly in a space where I'm having this conversation with people. I'm in my receiving season. So everything that Blue Note just said, I receive it. I send it back to you tenfold. I appreciate you equally, sis. I just want to also take the time out. And I know we're interviewing Keisha Martin and we're talking about...
No, man, it's your stage.
Keisha Martin. But I would not be where I am without the village, the sisterhood of people that have been championing me. Not just sisters. Shout outs to the people who just show up for me. If I call, they come. Big shout outs to Roxanne Chin. I'm going to say that because she's in and out of the live. She's probably busy. Shout outs to Roxanne Chin. I love her so dearly, so deeply, because she's a person that has championed Keisha Martin. I remember having a conversation with her at Lawman Lynch's event many moons ago.
Right.
And she said, listen, if you ever need anything, blah, 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 call me. And I needed to do a photo shoot. That beautiful photo that you see.
I love it so much.
In the blue dress from your Grammy consideration. Even the photo in the newspaper surrounding the media, surrounding the Grammy consideration. That was the day we did a photo shoot. And Roxanne, her level of professionalism, shout outs to Famika. Listen, I love her. I am surrounded by the purest forms of women in my life. I don't know the problems of people bad-minding me, and I don't see those things.
Right.
Because the good in everybody, God has surrounded me with a tribe, and I always tell people, find your tribe. You don't have to worry about anything. Find your tribe. But if you're obedient, He will send you all that you need.
Wow.
Obedience is what you put to the forefront, your prayer life, whatever that looks like. He will send you the people you need for whatever it is, that journey that He is taking you on. I own nothing. I take credit for nothing. It all belongs to God.
So
nothing that whoever I am is Him.
All you want from Him is just to find favor with you.
That is it.
And sometimes a lot of people don't understand, a lot of times we go to the Lord and a lot of people go on, give me this, let me find favor. Just find favor with me. Because if you find favor, if He's finding favor with you, then trust me, your path is going to be smooth.
Listen, give me you.
Yes, Lord.
Everything else can wait. Lord, give me you.
Yes, Lord.
Lord, give me you. Again, me not know who you say, whether it's Jesus, Allah, whoever you want to call Him, higher being, whatever. But for me, it is God. I am going to not stop saying my granny grew me so. But she knew Christ. I knew Christ. And if it's not for my prayer life and me finding Christ very early in my life, I don't know where I would be.
Yeah, my goodness.
I don't know where I would be. And I'm telling you, I literally want to just say the women in my life, I see a few of them on this live: Marcia Davis, Roxanne Chin, Sharon P, Sharon Hamilton Pearson.
Yes.
Let me say her name like I want to say it. Sharon Hamilton Pearson. Roxanne Chin, I said it. Wesley M. Campbell. Big up yourself, my brother. You are an amazing. If you can support these people and how they are supporting others, do it. Do it, because they are the most selfless individuals that I know. Terrence Elmore, very early in my career, we did, we met. There are people that I'm telling you, bigger than anything else, like more than anything. I want to be in this moment to just say thank you to some people.
Mm-hmm.
Marcia Davis, when I Scepter Scan, when I stepped out on the journey of I wanted to do tools for school, I said I want to adopt a school in Jamaica every year, and I want to collect school supplies for them and go down and do a presentation. Dr. Donna Marie Lynch, I am so grateful for your friendship, for your love, and anytime I have my ideas, then when I want to help somebody, no matter how quick and crazy it might sound, you guys have never told me no. You've been people who have rallied around me and said, listen, where you try to, we're here. And those things were predicated on just day-to-day, like, I'm trying to do this, tools for school needs to happen. So every year, I did tools for school for 10 years.
Wow.
For 10 years, I adopted a school and did this. And even when we couldn't go to Jamaica, I had people that were on my team that went down and represented Marcia. Her school in her community had reaped the benefits. She went and she did the presentation there. My school that I went to as a youth in Jamaica, Melrose Primary School, that school has benefited 2 years in a row. We delivered a barrel, and literally Dr. Donna Marie Lynch now has done so much work. Scepter, so many people, and I don't want to forget anyone. I just want to say thank you. Stacey Lee Williams. That's the one last smarty one I have to put on the forefront.
Stacey Williams.
Stacey Lee Williams, Miss King Leo Promotions. For the past 15 plus years, we've been friends.
Wow.
And this woman has inspired me. We've laughed together. We've cried together. We've encouraged each other. But she has been an exemplary human being when it comes to sisterhood. Listen, if you can take a page out of somebody's book on how to treat others, she would be it.
Like I tell the people, if you're just joining us, it's all about an artist, an entrepreneur, a vocal coach, a mentor, I don't know what else to say, a chef, a business owner. We're talking about Lady Keisha Martin.
I'm just a humanist, man.
A positive person. She's an ordinary human being with a lot of things that she does behind the scene. But I just want to give you a little highlight for those people who are listening. All right, because sometimes each one help one. And what Keisha is doing, there's a program called the Tool and the number 4
Tools for School.
School for Schools program.
I paused that, but I am going to resume it. And honestly, it was only paused because of pandemic and life was lifing for me. I only stopped Tools for School because I became homeless, and not a lot of people don't know that.
But that's a good program. So when she started back, just so you know, when Keisha reached out to you, know why. All right. So this program was originally established to help children of Melrose Primary Junior High School. That's your school, right?
Melrose, yes.
All right. And that's in Kingston. And what they try to do, they try to help students reach their academic goals, right? They provide them with various things, right? Necessities essential to acquiring a well-rounded and reading a high standard of education, thus giving the youth the confidence and opportunities needed to follow their dreams and create solutions that will in turn uplift their communities. So these children will be the change of the face of their country and possibly the world. So what they try to do, they try to provide backpacks, writing tools, texts and notebooks, reading materials, geometry sets, sports equipment.
Everything that you will need. So, why I did that as a little youth, when you're a young mother, I feel like, people will see young moms going through things.
You're a young mom here or in Jamaica?
No, not me.
Oh.
My mom was a young mom.
Okay.
But also just, my mom was my mom.
Right.
She had 6 children very young.
Yeah.
And people might be judgmental and be like, well, nobody never sent Africa bread. And
so things was kind of tight.
Yeah, but if you had an opportunity to help someone, it doesn't matter. You're not your extension of how you want to see your future and your community. We talk about, the picnic them a pick up gun, but if you do not help them with their road to their roadmap to education, what is going to be left for them is just going to go in one direction. And so I saw where there was a disconnect for that. And what I did is, and this is why Tools for School was started in 2013. My brother, who passed away, who got murdered.
That was the same year he died, right?
Yeah, that 2013. My launch for Tools for School and for my catering business, which started out in my home, started in 2013 officially because my dad and my brother are dying back to back, but the murder of my brother. Because if you don't give kids the opportunity to come out of their circumstances or give them an outlet, this is why I give back, and this is why the youth is the target. Because guess what? We are big people already. We got you where we got you. You know what I'm saying? But if we can save the next generation and shape how the world is like, why not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why not contribute to that? And so whether it's through a musical outlet, whether it's through giving them supplies that where their mom and dad won't have to worry about it. So we take the barrels and we give them to the schools. So you have now a room full of supplies for the children who don't have it.
Right.
Versus the kids who are coming already have it.
So when it goes to the school doesn't really give out to everyone. It's there if someone needs it.
Yeah, but we give out the backpacks.
Oh, you do the backpacks.
Okay. Because we set them like that, so when we go down, the schools get it. The thing is, a barrel may not cover an entire school, so it's more conducive to keep it for kids who really need it versus the kids who are already having like outlet and they have parents who have a little money and I work a little job and I already send them come to school with everything what them need. I feel like that it works out better that way.
Right.
So it's whatever the school wants to do with it, but sometimes we're back.
And I'm curious to back to the whole homeless thing. Did you have a dinner party for the homeless?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
How did it happen though?
So I had already moved out of the shelter system. Right after I came out, there was an opportunity for me, because I started keeping those dinner parties, but because I became homeless, kind of paused. I had an encounter with the director of William Street shelter, and she came through the kitchen while I was working in the kitchen, and she gave me her business card, and I said, I would love to do something where you're at, and that's how the conversation started.
Right.
And it just whirlwinded into this thing. I called on everybody. When I tell you, the idea, it was a holiday dinner party. So the encounter happened in November, and December was right around the corner. I never publicized the dinner parties that I was having because, of course, privacy thing and not wanting to, people being homeless, it's a private thing they're going through. So, but I never also publicly asked for help when I've been working. It's always just been my inner circle and my friends. Like I said, the people them name I call, them are people I can call, and them say, all right, see, I look a backpack here. Oh, I have a friend or a cousin. One of Stacy's cousins came to that particular dinner party, and we had a time. Shout outs to Rayvon, because I called him the same day. And I was like, hey, I'm having this. DJ Dirty Juice, shout outs to him, because he showed up too. We give people a little thing or whatever the case is, if we can. What are the things is, and not everybody is there like this. Right. Because they understand the work that's being done. Dirty Juice never charged me no money. He said, give me a thing. So, buy a drink. That is it. So we had a DJ. So the structure of the evening was we had food. Camille's Cupcakes, she was a person who donated food. Right. I cooked as well. And the donations for the gift bags.
Wow.
We gave away gift. Listen, we when I left the shelter, we gave everybody. There was 200 and something residents at the William Street shelter, but also there were the workers. So we gave gift bags to the workers, and one of the guys who's a security guard there, he said, I've seen people come here and give things out, but like this, an event like this,
never.
I've never seen, because it's an experience that I bring. It's not just another dinner party.
Right.
I bring people to shape and make you just forget about where you are in the moment. And so that was the dinner party. And
did they perform?
Oh yeah, there was performers. Shout outs to Magano came out, Christina Lovely came out, Kat Douglas was there, Gary Higgins, my keyboard player, was there because that's who I performed with. Literally just an oasis. There's Stacy, an oasis of people that when I say God, when God moves me to do something, He sends me everybody that I need to make that happen. We pulled up with a ton load of like food and gifts, and we did the electric slide, we danced, we sang, we did, and these women, they had such a great time. So
for one night you took the
Queen for a lifetime.
Yes,
Queen for a lifetime.
Yes.
That's what the intention was behind that.
Yes.
And there was an article that talked about that particular event, because a woman who, when I went to social media, because I was obedient, God said, hey, ask for help with what you're doing publicly. So my first post was in a what do you call it? Story. Yeah. And I said, if you're interested, I'm throwing a party for a homeless shelter. I had the number of people that I was sure, and actually at the time, Eric Adams, the Brooklyn Borough, when he was the Brooklyn Borough president, his office donated a box of like items to go in my gift bags. And then there was other people that just rallied around. I had Victoria's Secret perfume, all kind of something.
That's amazing.
And it was just like, this is something that if you are not, and people always say, you know what, when they see me doing stuff, they always say, well, I've always wondered about I want to do stuff like this. I said, you can either volunteer, go to a soup kitchen, let it start with those little things, and then you meet people.
Because everybody have a different calling too.
Right. Everyone has a different calling, but it could just be like you deciding, all right, I don't know how to begin. It can start at home. If you want to, during the holiday, because there are care packages. Right. Because, from sanitary napkin, you think of it. Put yourself in the space of a homeless man or a homeless woman singularly. God forbid that happens.
Even a pair of socks.
Right. Hats, gloves, when it becomes cold outside. If your stuff that you give out to Goodwill with them go sell, their coat drives. Find the church in the community that's actually giving away things and ask them, can I bring this bag, come drop off here? Or can you send someone to pick it up?
Absolutely.
Those are how you change your community and help any way that you can. We do not know. Again, nobody never knows that Keisha Martin did homeless because I never owned it.
Wow.
I never owned it. I will never own anything that I'm going through because I know God is taking me wherever He's taking me. And guess what? He's not going to bring me to it unless He can bring me through it.
He's not going to bring you so far to leave. You just won't.
That's it.
You just won't. People, I'm telling you, it's a conversation. It's a chit-chat. You see, we're talking a lot because that's what we do. It's a chit-chat session here with Keisha Martin, Lady Keisha Martin. And I'm telling you, it's deep.
Shout out to Danny Yadas on the chat. That is Mr. Donovan Sebastian, a.k.a. Rhythm Daddy.
Rhythm Daddy, much love to you, Rhythm Daddy.
On our consideration, please and thank you. Listen, look up Danny Yadas, look up Rhythm Daddy. Again, that is the song. Please go and support the song. Any way that you can.
That's the song she's talking about. Grammy, we say under Grammy consideration.
Baby, you're amazing. This love ain't no replacement. Come get this loving. Come get your loving. You know how to get my juices running.
Come on, share the live, guys. Caller, you can Call in 718-785-5760. Let's go. 718-785-5760. Hold the vibes with the man. This love for your Grammy consideration. Share it with your friends. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
This love ain't no replacement. I'm about my money.
Grammy we say, all right? Just in case you
Speaking life into that.
Just in case you didn't hear it properly. Grammy consideration no, but it's Grammy we say. Listen.
You're amazing. This love ain't no replacement. Baby, you're amazing. This love ain't no replacement. You know how to get my juices running. You keep me coming before you enter. All I got to say, baby, you're amazing. This love ain't no replacement. Baby, you're amazing. This love ain't no replacement. I'm about my money. But I need my honey. I'm feeling better. You drive me crazy. Your love has got me sprung. You're all that I'm thinking of. Baby, you're amazing. This love ain't no replacement. Baby, you're amazing. This love ain't no replacement. This love we're making, far from basic. You say my name, keep on stroking, can't replace it. This love we're making, far from basic. You say my name, keep stroking, surrender to this love, surrender to this love. Baby, you're amazing. This love ain't no replacement. Baby, you're amazing. This love ain't no replacement. Baby, you're amazing. This love ain't no replacement. Baby, you're amazing. This love ain't no replacement.
And of course, you can tell from that song, it shows her versatility. Now you understand why this song is on the Grammy consideration.
Listen, we're speaking life into whatever. I think LP International said it best.
Bless yourself, LP.
They were like, win, lose, or draw. It's a win because the work. I mean, everyone that knows me in my inner circle knows the work that's been put in. And at the end of the day, it's not about getting a Grammy per se. I went public with it because that's a part of the process.
Yeah.
And let's talk about the process of that. So when you're under consideration, there's a vetting process for that to actually happen. When they listen to your work and say, all right, so this qualifies, the work is quality, and them like it or whatever. So now you're under review. So this is for your consideration. You'll see a whole bunch of campaigns for everybody. I think I just saw Spice's campaign for your consideration. Of course, all of them are different categories that we're in because it's based on whatever genre and whatever you fit in. So what happens when you're under consideration, you now as the artist, please understand what's happening. It is not a public voting system. If you are not a Recording Academy professional, if you are not a voting member, because you can be a professional member, but you can't vote.
You can't vote.
If you are not a voting member, you're not going to be able to vote on this. So please understand that. And people ask, how do you become a voting member, etc., whatever the case is. Just go do the research. You need two professional references. They do not have to be Recording Academy members. Professional references. Someone who is actually like in their craft. Not somebody working in the past, when I do not know, when I depend not know. 2 professional references. And once you get those references, they have to be, both of them, there's a link. If you go to the website, it'll give you the link on what to send to the references. And they fill out whatever paperwork about you, but they have to be professionals in the industry. Now send it to somebody you have problems with, because guess what? You may not get a reference. You may get some whatever. The point is, you get your references. Once those references clear, and they must be using the same email address for you. Once they clear, you'll get a second. Once you get your second one, they'll send you, the first one will come through, and then the second will come through. It says, now you now have both your references. Now you may begin your onboarding process in setting up whatever. You're not asked for any money. It is $150 membership. Again, it is not about that. $150. Keisha, listen, I'm in rooms with people I would normally not have access to. Y'all don't understand. I think y'all need to go Google District Advocacy Day. Google who Mark Ronson is.
And you led that.
I'm standing in the picture they chose to post. Getty Images chose to post was the one with me, Mark Ronson, and the representative from Congressman Goldman's office. So again, you're in rooms with people you wouldn't normally have. Right. Me and Stacey talked about that. Your social capital is so important. I'm going to share what she shared with me.
Right.
Sometimes it's not about money, but your social capital is what you're building.
That's me.
Social capital. If people respect you and they see the work that you're doing, a lot of people might say, all right, well, how come now? They may think that because they're not seeing Keisha Martin on all these shows in New York and da-da-da-da-da. I'm busy. I'm booked and busy.
You're a visionary, and that's what people don't understand. And what she just said, your social capital, I can relate. I don't tell people what I'm doing, but I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm about.
That is it.
I know what I'm about.
That is
My social capital is what I'm about, all right? Getting your visibility out there and doing what you have to do.
Doing what you have to do. Sure. Working and networking and doing what you're doing.
It's not about the money. You will never be able to monetize it.
Your network is your network.
Trust me.
That is it. You know, and I'm grateful. Again, shout outs to Stacey. I love you. I appreciate you. Shout outs to Roxanne Chin. Una just made my life so much better, and as a person
is it Roxanne Chin, the designer?
Yes.
Big up myself, Roxanne Chin.
Roxanne is my friend, but she's my sister. But she's the one who styled me. That photo, there's many photos.
Is it that photo that I have on your flyer when that gold dress? Who did that photo shoot?
Which gold?
The dress you had, like a gold looking dress. That's you have on the flyer.
Oh, that was a part of the shoot as well.
That is so
but
fabulous.
For your consideration flyer, the blue dress, that was the same day because we did a 7-look shoot, and from 7 a.m. to probably like 8 o'clock in the night, we shot in my area where I live at, because I live very nice place. God is good, from homelessness to wherever I live now. And again, it's just a great experience been surrounded by the tribe. God sent me a tribe because I am a giver.
Absolutely.
I am always tribing other people. I'm always helping other people. So when I needed help, he sent me the Stacey Lee Williams. So he sent me the Roxanne Chains.
I know me, I always like to plug and thing when I have people. So if and when Roxanne is in New York and she wants to come talk to me, I'd love to have her.
Roxanne,
as well.
You hear that? Roxanne? Yes. Femika Designs. Let me tell you, this woman is an amazing, and listen, she's a phenom, but she's a humanist. This woman's energy, she resonates like all the women that are in my life that I can think of. The Marcia Davis, oh God, Marcia, big up yourself. Because when we did Homeless, I only you want know, and nobody else never know. Big up Marcia Davis.
Wow.
Big up Marcia. People wonder why we are so tight. Like why we never have an argument, we never have a disagreement, because she's a girl, she's a lady that I give so much respect to. And when she's in a space of happiness, I'm so happy to see. And women that really love you,
yes,
they celebrate you when you're in a good space. When them there with you through thick and thin, and when you're down, them dead with you, ride with you.
And they give of themselves unselfishly.
Yes.
Boy,
yes.
Boy, Keisha, I don't know where time is going, but I am enjoying the vibe with you. But people, I know, we have to be here until 1:30, but I still have to share a little bit more about Keisha with you, because don't take Keisha for granted. Don't think that Keisha's story is just so, all right? Don't think Keisha is so simple. Keisha has shared the stage with some renowned artists such as Kenny Lattimore, Gerald Alston, Off the Manhattans, Black Uhuru, Melissa Morgan Shaw, all right? Marcy Griffiths, Kimani Marley, Alison Hines, Ken Booth, Dean Fraser, Shaggy, Egyptian, Taros Riley, many, many more. Don't forget about our own Mr. Bowie.
Mystic Bowie, big up Andy Basford. Andy Basford. Look, guys, I got a gift. Look at this. Let me show y'all. Y'all see that? What is it?
Keisha Martin, JAIRiE Radio.
I got my personalized little bag. I love gifts. This is so beautiful. Thank you. Yes. So also, another person that I did not mention, and I definitely want to just big up people who have been championing me. One of the women in my tribe, Michelle Emmy Arthurton. I would be amiss to not mention her name, because she is one of the most beautiful people. We got to give people their credit and their flowers.
Absolutely.
Keisha Martin is not Keisha Martin without the people that God has sent to my life. That is it.
Your tribe. That's my new thing today. Walking around, really realize and say, everyone need a tribe. Everyone need you.
Big up Derek Barnett.
Big up Derek.
And that's people that I've shared the stage with that has championed and supported me. Big up Johnny Osborne.
Yeah, Mr. Johnny Osborne.
Shout out to Johnny Osborne. I love you. Lady English, big up yourself. The people them that continue to champion, continue to support me. Biggest shout outs to Jeannie Sweetness. Jeannie, me love you. Me love you, Jeannie Sweetness. I love you. I appreciate you, because you have always been tough love. But guess what? It has shaped where I am now in such a big way. I had a conversation with Jeannie the other day, and I reminded her of her saying something to me. I've always been an artist that's accessible, and maybe anyone listening can learn from this, is that, I want to be the artist that is accessible to my fans, and I'm always accessible. But before you go on stage, she was like, people should not have access to you, because you're ministering through the music, and you need to be focused on that in the moment. And I was like, that makes a lot of sense. I didn't understand it then, but as I go along, because something can happen just before you go on stage that disrupts your energy, and what you're supposed to give, you don't end up giving.
Absolutely.
So the devil is always working.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? We don't give him no credit, but him always at work.
Overtime too.
That is it. So especially when you're, and I tell people this, it is when you are closest to God that you will be tried the most, and you will be dragged through the fire and literally have to go through so much. And sometimes it gets so crazy, you wonder, why me, God?
It's just before you break through, though, you know that.
Right.
Sometimes the hardest part of it for because the devil is a liar.
He is.
He realizes that, something like a hole hard on someone, because if I don't hold her, she go.
One of the things I talk to people about, said the devil out there try to find people where already having them.
He don't need them.
He don't need them.
He don't need those.
They've made their choice already.
Absolutely.
So it's the people it's the souls that cannot be broken. Them say, yeah, God. Or is him say, yeah, and that just say, watch how me gonna prove you wrong. And sometimes people come to you
going to bring
and
her
try
down.
to you. Please, trust me.
But people, once again, we had an absolutely beautiful day today.
Thank you, guys.
It is just too short. At first, I'm sure when I told Keisha 2 hours, it sounded like a long time, not it? But normally, when he started to talk, there's so much that we haven't even touched. So many songs we haven't played. But I didn't really play all the songs, because guess what? You can find Keisha everywhere.
On social platforms.
All
yes.
social
Official
platforms.
Keisha Martin.
Official
everywhere.
Keisha Martin.
Yes.
But we today saw a different side of Keisha, and we love it.
You learned something today.
What? No. As a sister, from one sister to another, we just thank you for opening up, because sometimes we need to do it and we don't. because we can make a difference in the life of others, and sometimes you just don't know who you touch.
Just don't be ashamed. I think people don't share because they're ashamed. It's never, listen, I'm never ashamed of what I go through.
And Lady Veronica Smykel over there in Coney Island, giving some big shout out. She wanted to know, she wishing you all the very best, and she loves you.
Appreciate
all right,
so much, my sister.
So for all those silent listeners who really wanted to call Keisha today and was shy to do that, we do thank you as well. Don't forget, you can inbox her. You can reach her at the official Keisha Martin, right?
Official Keisha Martin on all social platforms, but also just Keisha Martin. Go to my page, follow me, stay up to date. If you guys are in New York City, I will be at not Parkside Lounge. I will be somewhere. It's on my page. I'm having a brain freeze right now. But I will be somewhere on the 8th at 9 p.m. in Manhattan, the lower Manhattan. And that's just me celebrating. Come up close and personal, little performance, 1 hour. Come enjoy yourselves and listen to some Keisha Martin. Listen to some covers and some original music mixed in, but definitely it will be an intimate performance.
And trust me, just seeing Keisha perform is like a treat, so you can't afford to miss that. And don't forget that her song, This Love is all right. We have to big up,
for your
Rhythm Daddy,
featuring Keisha Martin. This Love is up for Grammy consideration.
Absolutely,
and that's for Grammy consideration. Nominee is not yet. So I gotta get my votes. I'm gonna go today and send out my emails soliciting my so if you're out there and you're listening and you're a Grammy member and you're a voting member, actually, you can go and vote for me. I'm on the list. This Love is out there in 2 categories: Best Music Video and Best Dance Electronic Recording.
Beautiful.
So, check it out.
And for all those DJs and selectors out there who are not playing this song, make sure you start playing this song. It's called This Love.
Don't become a wagonist when you win Grammy. All of a sudden, never start playing.
You see? That's why.
Don't do it.
And guess what? JAIRiE Radio. We're happy that we had Keisha before she get the Grammy, because we are going to speak that into existence.
That is it.
We had Keisha. We're going to say, oh, Keisha was on JAIRiE Radio before she got the Grammy. So there we have it. So
there it is.
We are rooting for her. We say Grammy. Grammy was saying. So next February, we want Keisha on the stage. I know I'm going to be shouting the loudest.
Either way, I will be at the Grammys. Where no matter what happened, I plan on attending this year.
We are not going to accept that. We're not going to say no matter what happened. We are saying that we're going to watch Keisha walk on stage and go collect her Grammy.
I receive that.
And in Jamaica, with my 2-pot cover, I'll be knocking and shouting. Shouting our shoes. So thanks again, Keisha. Thank you so much for a beautiful day. And I want you to say your goodbye to everyone who's listening to you all over the world.
Thank you guys so much.
And thank you to everyone on the world map. Mixcloud, everyone watching.
Everybody, everywhere you're there. I'm Jamaica. I'm coming. I'll be doing some interviews down there. I'll also be shooting a music video. So look out for me. Thank you.
People watching you from China right now too.
Listen,
Germany, China,
anywhere there in the world you're listening right now and you're watching. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Sherry, for having me. Thank you, JAIRiE Radio, for having me. I appreciate you so much.
He's not seeing us. All right. So we thank you again. And we're going to leave you with this song again. I don't want to play This Love again, but I'm going to play your song. But I've listened to, love it. But it's a cover, but I love it so much. It is Keisha Martin featuring Maurice Gregory. Beautiful.
Maurice, big up yourself.
Love this song.
BG, big up yourself.
Big song, big tune. Yeah. And listen to Mr. Maurice Gregory's voice. Oh my God, it's so smooth.
Listen, silky.
You don't know, babe, when you hold me and kiss me slowly, it's the sweetest thing, and it don't change. If I had it my way, you would know that you are. You're the coffee that I need in the morning. You're the sunshine in the rain.
It's the sunrise and those brown eyes, yes. You're the one that I desire. And when we wake up and we make love, it makes me feel so nice, nice. You're my water when I'm stuck in the desert. You're my Tylenol I've taken my head hurts. You're the sunshine of my life. I just wanna see how beautiful you are. You know that I see it. I know you're a star. Where you go, I'll follow. No matter how far. If life is a movie, then you're the best part. Oh, you're the best part. Oh, best part. If you love me, won't you say something? If you love me, won't you? Won't you? If you love me, won't you say something? If you love me, won't you? Love me, won't you? If you love me, won't you say something? If you love me, won't you? Ooh, yeah. If you love me, won't you say something? If you love me, won't you? Love me, won't you? Baby, baby.
As we go to commercial.
Rockatone says, let's party! On Saturday, October 26th, save the day for the annual
Black and White Ball. It's the Black and White Ball.
with musical entertainment by Crazy Chris out of Jamaica, Clem Away,
Richie Poo.
Let's party at the Black and White Ball. Save the day, Saturday, October 26th. Doors open from 10 until 3 p.m. at the Rochdale Grand Ballroom.
16965 137th Avenue in Jamaica, Queens.
Admission $70 pre-sold, $80 at the door, and everyone enjoys a complimentary buffet.
Ticket locations are at Rockatone Seafood, People's Choice Furniture in the Bronx.
Genesis Restaurant with Jimmy Starsky, and online at eventbrite.com.
Ladies, make sure you dress nice and sexy. Fellas, make sure you look good.
On Saturday, October 26th.
You're number one.
The one like no other, the Black and White Ball. It's the party of the year. Rockatone, baby.
Well, this is Tasha T representing that known JAIRiE. I want to them. Spread the love, give the love, share the love. I make them know so the youths them on the future. Yeah, Tasha.
So that's up to the time, you know it's called Tell, representing for JAIRiE Radio. Kick it.
Your girl Sugar representing JAIRiE Radio. It's knocking on the rich man door.
Remember all the wicked things you've done. Zion train is founding for Africa. Remember what foreparents they beat and treat them like slaves and dogs. Zion train is founding for Africa, yes.